Hey everyone, my name is Ryan. If you know anything about me or if you've seen me on YouTube or on social media, um, I call myself the 9-month college grad, and I teach people how to earn college degrees a lot faster. In today's video, what I want to sit down and do is, I guess, just explain how I earned a bachelor's degree, a 4-year degree, in 9 months flat. I wanted to tell my story. I know that I'm always teaching tactics and principles and strategies on how to earn your degree faster. But yeah, today I just want to basically explain to you how I did it, because I feel like if I tell you how I did it, you're going to realize that if I can do it, anyone can. Hi, I'm Ryan Swayt, and I used to be a 2-time college dropout, making just $12 an hour. Then I learned how to hack college and earned an entire bachelor's degree in 9 months flat. Subscribe to my channel, and I'll show you how. So, if you are in a situation where you want to earn a college degree faster, maybe you've always wanted to graduate from college, but you don't have 4 years to give, you don't have tens of thousands of dollars laying around to pay towards tuition, maybe you've got a full-time job, maybe you have kids to take care of, you don't have time for school, whatever your situation is, if you want a college degree, it doesn't have to take 4 years to earn that college degree, okay? Going back a few years, I was actually a 2-time college dropout. I literally dropped out of college twice. The first time was right out of high school. Right after high school, I jumped into community college, basically. And to be honest, I didn't ever take high school seriously. I don't know. It's not that I was dumb or anything like that. I didn't really care about school. So when I started college, I wasn't ready. It didn't work out well for me. So it's literally after one semester, I dropped everything and was done with school. A few years later, I decided to go back to college again. And this is your classic story. I started going back to college, and I met a girl, fell in love, and dropped out of college because something had to give. I was working full time. I had a relationship with this woman, and I was also trying to go to school full time. I just didn't have time for everything. And to be honest, looking back, that was a very good choice, because I ended up getting married to this person, and now we've got kids and a family, and I'm so glad that happened. I'm so glad I chose her over school. But a little ways down the road, we had one kid, and my wife got pregnant with our second kid. And something changed inside of me. In my mind, I always felt like I was going to graduate. I just figured I was going to get a college degree. But expecting our second child, it had to be now or never. It's kind of how I felt. There was just no way that if I didn't do it right away, I wasn't going to do it. But I was in this situation where my wife and I were dead broke. We were living, so we had this job where we got to live at work. We helped troubled teenagers, and we got to live on their campus and help them during our free time and during our work hours and stuff like that. But we got to live on this troubled youth campus type facility, and we lived in this really, really old, maybe I would describe it as like a very small, very old church building kind of thing. And there was a little apartment inside of it. And I'm talking tiny, like, I don't know, 700 square feet. It was it was tiny and just not a nice place to raise kids in this little tiny facility. Now, to describe it even better, you know those old church buildings where the carpet is just very thin and it's laid over the top of cement so you can like dribble a basketball or rollerblade or skateboard across the carpet? That's how it was. Standing in the main living area, I could stand with my back against the refrigerator, and if I wanted to spit across the whole house and hit the other wall across the living room, I could. Like, it was just tiny. The bedrooms were the size of like walk-in closets to an actual decent big house. It was tiny, cinder block walls, like painted cinder block walls. It was, I don't know, to say it mildly, we were broke. And I was scared. When my wife got pregnant, I was scared. I didn't know what we were going to do. I didn't know how I was going to graduate college, but I decided to do it. Luckily, I ran into a friend who was just finishing up his master's degree. He went to like a traditional 4-year normal university for his bachelor's degree, and he did his master's degree online, and he found a school that allowed you to test out of your classes. So basically what he was telling me is, listen, I did my master's after my bachelor's. My master's was way easier than my bachelor's degree because you can test out of classes and you do it online from home. And basically, I was convinced that if I tried a school like this, I would be able to do it. So I enrolled in a school that was 100% online and allowed you to test out of classes. And what that means is none of the homework assignments or quizzes or group projects or any of that stuff, none of that counts towards your grade. Like, you can literally skip it and go to the test if you're ready. Now, when I enrolled, I learned really quickly that it was the same as my first 2 previous attempts at college. Like, I enrolled, showed up for my first day of class. It was all virtual online, but I had teachers and they gave me textbooks, like digital textbooks, and homework assignments and quizzes and just all the stuff that made me drop out in the first place, my first 2 attempts. And I thought, I'm going to drop out again. But I was afraid, because if I dropped out again, I didn't see a path out of this job that I was currently working. I was making like $12 an hour and living in just a complete dump. Okay. But I had that second kid on the way, and I was bound and determined to give my kids a better future. So I thought, you know what? I got to figure this out, and I don't have 4 years to give. So what I did was I stopped doing what the teachers were telling me to do. I stopped reading from textbooks. I stopped doing the quizzes. I stopped doing the homework assignments. And I found ways to basically find out what's going to be on the test and study on like my own way and figure out how to learn this stuff on my own. And it was different. The strategy was different for every class. Like, I really had to refine a strategy for my math classes, and a different strategy for my English classes where you have to write essays, and another strategy for science classes and business classes. And I guess each class was a different approach, but I started to get really good at finding the fastest way to complete these classes, and it worked. And when you're going to college, they say, okay, your first year is your freshman year, your second is your sophomore, then junior, then senior, right? Well, all 4 of those years I was able to condense into a 9-month window. So when I say my senior year, what I really mean is like those last 2 months of college was my senior year, technically, I guess. But by the end of this, I had refined a process that was just much, much faster than following what the teachers told me to do. And I was finishing at least an entire class, 3 to 4 credit class, at least one class every week, sometimes two. Now, keep in mind, I was working full time. I was working 20 hours a week, I was working 40 plus hours a week. I only had maximum of 20 hours a week for school. A lot of times I only spent 10 hours a week, 15 hours a week on school. But 20 hours, maybe a really brutal week would have been 25 hours a week for school. But I was still like in a very, very small time frame able to earn my degree, my entire degree, literally finish college. Now, after I finished, I had loved ones asking me, hey Ryan, how's school going? And I'd say, actually, I'm done. I graduated. Everyone would say, no way. No way. That's not possible. It's impossible. Are you sure you didn't just like buy a fake degree online from one of those scam websites or something like that? And I literally, everyone that asked, I had to explain how I did this. And as soon as I would explain it to them, everyone's eyes would light up and they would always ask me, okay, can you help me do it? How do I do it? So what I did was I started helping family and friends work towards getting their college degrees faster. And I would teach them my strategies and tips and tricks, and it was working for them. And then I started posting videos about degree hacking online, and it's been working for complete strangers. And it's been really rewarding seeing other people benefit from this process. And yeah, basically, if I'm to sum up the entire process in just 3 tips, and I totally respect your time, so I'm not going to like go into super detail, but number 1 would be find a school that allows you to test out of your classes. Number 2, don't follow what the teachers tell you to do. Don't read from the textbooks. Like, do it on your own. Find your own strategy. Find your own process. If you need help, I'm here to help. Like, if you want a mapped out, laid out strategy, like, I'd be more than happy to share my strategy with you. You just got to reach out to me. And the third thing I would say is that you need to find a school that doesn't have a credit cap. And what that means is a lot of schools will tell you, okay, you can, if you want to take extra classes per semester, you need to pay extra for each class you add to your schedule. So what that means is if you finish a 4-year degree in a year, you still have to pay for 4 years of school. So tuition is still going to be through the roof. But there are some schools that allow you basically to complete unlimited amount of classes per semester with no additional charges. So whether you earn 12 credits in a semester or 100 credits in a semester, it's going to be the same price. So they'll have like a flat rate tuition, and literally as many classes as you can finish in that window, you're still paying the same price. So those would be the 3 things. Now, I know you might be thinking, okay, like, how do I do this? Like, show me what to do. So what I've done, since I respect your time, you're probably just watching this video on social media or on YouTube. What I've done is I've created like a video training where I walk through these 3 steps in a lot more detail than what I'm giving you right now. And you can watch that video for free at diplomasecrets.com. You can go and watch the video, and I will tell you there's nothing for sale at the end of the video. So you literally can just go to diplomasecrets.com and watch the video for free, and you can watch it on your own time whenever you want. So if you want to refer back to it later, that's okay too. But diplomasecrets.com, and basically I've mapped out that 3-step process in a lot more detail so you can sit down and take notes. And my hope for you, I earned my entire bachelor's degree in 9 months. My hope is that you can do it faster than I did, because throughout those 9 months, I was really refining my process and trial and error and making mistakes. By the end of that, I pretty much had a seamless process ironed out, and I'd be happy to share that process with you. Go to diplomasecrets.com and I'll show you in that free training video those 3 steps in great detail. My whole purpose for this video is to just show you, like, if I can do this, so can you. If you have the willingness to work hard, you can do it. I've never been a good student. I graduated high school with a 2.7 GPA. If you don't know what that means, it means not very good. I graduated high school at a 9th grade reading level. I've just never been a great student, but I'm willing to work hard. And I was in a situation where if I didn't work hard, my kids didn't have a very bright future ahead of them. And I wanted to make that change so that I could give them more. If you're willing to work hard, then I'd be more than happy to help you. I hope that just hearing about a different way to earn a college degree is inspiring to you. And I hope that you can earn your college degree faster, even faster than I did. And if you need help, feel free to reach out to me. But yeah, I hope to talk to you soon, and I will see you in the next video.